OneRoomSports.com. Get that mobile app.
Sports in conjunction with the Sports Kings. Although no Sports Kings are here, we still want to give them a shout out anyway. But we got an amazing show coming ahead at the roundtable. Small roundtable. I got the homie Fred Perdue. Fred of About.com. What's good, Fred?
What's going on, man? Tom Brady. Why? There's a clause in that contract, man. There's a clause in that fan contract.
Shout out to Fred down there in Florida with his Donald Trump hat on. We got the brother B. Austin, Eagles fan. What's good, B. Austin?
Yo, if you keep running sweeps to the left and to the right, but DeMarco Murray can't turn the corner, why do you keep running that play?
That's a great question. That's a great question, man. You played to win the game. DeMarco, what do you have, about 9 yards rushing? I mean, we'll get into that, man.
2 touchdowns, though. 2 touchdowns.
Definitely had 2 touchdowns. We'll get into that, man. Week 1 was a crazy week, and we have to look forward to week 2. There's a couple things that I had to bring you guys on to talk about in reference to week 1. The first thing is this. Marcus Mariota. He went crazy against famous Jameis Winston's team.
He lit it up.
Yeah, he. That's what you call lighting it up, Fred. That's
I knew that was coming. In that game,
he had about he had 4 touchdowns. I mean, a couple more games like that, and he's going to equal what Bridgewater did all last season. But anyway,
basically.
Yeah. So my question is this though, and I know it's early in this jumping the gun, and I don't believe in doing this, but people actually came to our page saying that the Bucs made the wrong pick. They were going in already saying that Mariota's the guy and Winston isn't. Fred, did that game show you anything, or is it just one game?
It showed me that Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a terrible defense, and it tells me Jameis is not comfortable under center. It shows me that he's comfortable in the gun, but you can't win like that. It shows me that they're going to have to score points, and it also showed me Marcus Mariota had a very good game. Do I expect it to happen again? Maybe, because they are playing the Browns, but if he can't sustain that for the whole season. No way.
Got you. My thing was this. Someone came in. I says, well, I think if Jameis Winston got a chance to play against the Buccaneers defense, he might have threw 4 touchdowns too. But B. Austin, what's your point on this story right here?
Marcus Mariota had a great game. I believe that the coaching staff of the Tennessee Titans have done a very good job of implementing some of what he did in college, dumbing the NFL playbook down and having him make throws and make reads that he's comfortable with, and against a Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense that isn't much unlike an NCAA secondary and defense. He was able to meet with success. I don't know what Marcus Mariota will end up being. He reminds me a lot of talent-wise of Bob Norbert, a.k.a. RG Threeses from the Washington professional football team. He reminds me a lot in that,
I'm not going there.
I'm not going there.
Well, yeah, no, and that's fine. You don't have to go there. I mean, I am the Swami. I picked, what would happen with Andrew Luck versus Dude.
Now
that ain't hard to do. That ain't hard to do. Everybody picked that.
The difference between those two is Marcus Mariota's ego, I believe, is in check. His work ethic is already becoming legendary, and so he can take his talent and parlay that into something versus getting caught up in the injury bug, caught up in the ego bug, caught up in the prideful bug, caught up in all of those things. So I think that Marcus Mariota will have a successful and fruitful NFL career. Famous Jameis is going to be what I predicted famous Jameis would be, which is a pretty good to very good NFL quarterback. That game didn't mean anything. That game didn't decide anything for me. I already made the decision based on what I saw in FAMU, Florida State University.
Don't disrespect the nose.
Yeah,
like
when I saw that, I already know, what he's dealing with. That O-line in Tampa Bay is wicked bad. Defense is wicked bad. So
no Mike Evans, by the way.
No Mike Evans. You could have Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers. Well, no, not Aaron Rodgers, but Tom Brady, Peyton Manning behind that Tampa Bay line, and it's going to be bad things. So that's all we learned.
Okay,
that's
cool.
it. Bad team. Jameis plays on a bad team.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's just one game. People, calm down. I'm not saying that Mariota won't be the better quarterback. I just don't know yet. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't think Mariota's. He doesn't remind me anything of RG3 or the Cornball brothers, I like to call him. But he had an amazing game. But again, he was playing against that Buccaneers defense.
They both played in a high school spread offense, and they both were fat running.
Listen, I understand what you're saying in terms of systematically how they scheme, but I still don't see it. I just don't see it. But anyway, with that being said, here's another story that I have to get you gentlemen's opinion on before we give our picks for next week, and that is your Philadelphia Eagles. Because they went and played the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons got the W. But some people had all kinds of questions after that game, even though it's a bunch of new players. I mean, in terms of DeMarco Murray, how much he got the ball or did not get the ball. In terms of Sam Bradford, where was the rookie at the entire game? There were a lot of questions. Did this game change your opinion of what the Eagles could do throughout the season, B. Austin? Because you had them going to the NFC Championship. So what do you think about the Eagles after this game?
Not at all. I think I see the same team that I saw for the last 2 years. Do they have the potential to realize what my pick was, which is NFC chip? Yeah, they do. They do. They were in a position to win that game. And as is customary with Chip Kelly offense or Chip Kelly teams and Chip Kelly offenses, when it's clicking, looks great, 30, 35, 40 points, easily reachable. When it's not, it's a lot of very, very fast 40-second 3-and-outs. And what that does is, while there was some difficulties on defense, some holes on defense, the reality is an NFL defense and any football defense expends more energy than an offense because they're reactive and reactionary. And so that defense was tired because of the ineptitude of the Eagles' offense in the first half. So yeah, you had the African Mexican Julio Jones, who was very difficult to check. He was just disrespecting the Eagles secondary, but Julio Jones is going to disrespect a lot of secondaries, a lot of better secondaries than ours. So that didn't beat us in and of itself. The game was 26-24.
I mean, there were a lot of things. No, I wouldn't put it. You can't point to one thing. I mean,
a lot of negatives in that game. The good. Hold on. The good things that I saw is the power dwarf, the super midget. Darren Sproles is in mid-season form. He's still holding it down. He's still underrated. Ryan Matthews doesn't ball like a light-skinned brother, man. He balls. He really balled out. I saw good things from him. The question is he durable? Is he going to stand up? And then, of course, Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford is the type of guy who's been hit so much and has been injured so much. When he senses the pocket collapsing, when he feels like he's about to get dirty, it makes him nervous and it throws him off. This is not unlike many, many great quarterbacks, let alone average or good quarterbacks. You got to keep him clean. Vic Beasley is a terror for and is going to be a terror for many years to come, provided he remains healthy. So the Atlanta pass rush was there. It was getting to Bradford early in the game, causing him to be off. When we kept the pocket clean, Bradford was able to show his accuracy and fit into that system. Is he a better option than Nick Foles? I don't know. I don't think so. But is he bad? Not at all. You keep him clean. He picks you apart. Jordan Matthews has to make that catch, and Chip Kelly has to go for it. And Spray Tan, a.k.a. DeMarco Murray, has to run like he really, really, really means it. He has to be a multi-million-dollar running back that can produce. We can't get 9 or 10 or 15 or 25 yards out of dude, man.
All right,
that was a problem. That was a problem.
Hey, B. Austin, man, can you leave something for Fred to say, man? Stop gunning, man. Listen, one thing I want to say is this. B. Austin just went in for like 10 minutes. I just want to say that the Eagles' offense, B. Austin did mention it, and I said it on our show earlier. When it's working, it looks amazing, but when it's not working, oh, my God. Like, those 3-and-outs, literally, you're like 15, 20 seconds, and you're like, they're off the field already. You're killing your defense like that. Fred, what's your opinion of the Eagles after watching that game?
B. Austin, you got to get those long – take a breath, man. Take a breath. RELAX, man. Just relax. You got a whole season. Anyway, you said a lot of what I wanted to say, so we'll keep this brief. Nelson Aguilar, first-round pick. Show up, please. DeMarco Murray, you're not a east to west runner. You're a north south runner. Sorry, you don't fit in this system. Julio Jones, you will be killing everybody for the rest of your career until you decide to stop doing so. Vic Beasley, same thing. Matt Ryan liked it. Sam Bradford, you don't like people around your knees.
Matt Ryan, you liked it? He played terrible.
They won
in spite of him.
I wouldn't say terrible, but he didn't play terrible.
He didn't play great, but he
had flashes.
He was consistent. He was slightly consistent.
Well, here's the thing, Fred. I wouldn't even say consistent. He had flashes where he looked good.
He threw the ball to Julio.
Yeah, then he had flashes where he was like, yo, who are you throwing to?
He threw 2 picks. 2 bad picks.
Yeah, 2 bad picks.
2 bad picks, yes. 2 of those picks were bad. That last one, you gotta Jordan Matthews. They drafted you for a reason. You gotta catch that.
Yo, damn them drafting him. You're Jerry Rice's relative. Like,
you literally have the blood of Rice running through your veins. Like you let Jerry Rice down, so you got to do better.
The Falcons had a semblance of a running game, not much, but it was enough to keep them off of Matt Ryan. I want to see them move the ball. I want to see the Falcons implement a little bit more of Tevin Coleman. I want to see a little bit more of that. And I also want to see the Eagles put DeMarco Murray. You paid him. You essentially bought him to run up between the tackles. Stop making him go east to west. That's not what he is. This system fits Sam Bradford perfectly. It's one game. I'm not gonna just overanalyze everything. He had passing yardage, but it wasn't really. It was a lot of phantom yardage hidden in there. You can't throw the ball that much. You have to run the ball a little bit more. You can't just go down like that early, because if you do, just like B. Austin said, I mean, having actually seen and run that offense myself, that up-tempo offense, if you're not clicking, defensively, your team's going to be shut. Your defense is going to be shot.
Fred, I'm going to give you a reality, though. DeMarco Murray is a fraud.
I can believe that. I can believe that because so many carries last year really did hurt, and really statistically it is proven when you have a running back that has that many carries, the next year it's just gonna be.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to my man. Can we talk? Tevin Campbell was out there cooking, so I want to definitely give a shout out to Tevin Campbell. But with that being said, there's a couple other stories I got to get into before we give our picks.
Can we talk about Nazism and fascism in the presidential elections and the support of the Patriot?
Listen, we're gonna leave that alone. We already going to say that Fred Purdue has a Tom Brady hat on. Anyway, before we pick our games, though, I want to ask you guys about
Tommy Trump.
I want to ask you guys. Listen, I want to ask you guys about all these injuries, man. Terrell Suggs, Dez Bryant, Deshaun Jackson. There's some big names going down this season.
Derek Carr.
Well, I said big names. So my question to you is, you saw all the injuries. Whose team will be affected the most by their loss?
Terrell Suggs, the Ravens.
You think so? Even more than Dez Bryant?
Yeah, Dez Bryant's a receiver. They can replace that.
All right, here's my question. I don't know about that, Bill. Do you think that Terrell Suggs is better at his position than Dez Bryant is better at his right now?
No, I think Dez Bryant is better at his position. I think that anytime you have a player that plays that close to the ball and that close to the line of scrimmage, there's just more impact and more opportunity to have impact. You got to find creative ways to get Dez the ball. He's an impact receiver. But Terrell Suggs, you just got to throw it up.
You just got to throw it up.
Yeah, you got to throw it up. But Terrell Suggs has an impact in the running game and in the passing game. He's not he's known for getting to the quarterback, but for real, that's Elvis Dumerville's job. Terrell Suggs is stout against the run.
I respect your opinion, but I would say Dez Bryant, because one thing that Dez also has an impact in the receiving game as well as the running game, because when Dez Bryant is on the field, you got to basically respect his gangster. So therefore, he opens up running lanes, which helps that amazing offensive line by having him on the field. Statistically speaking, if you look at it, they actually have more yards per carry with Dez on the field than off the field. And that's why, because he draws so much attention. That's the thing about a great receiver. When you're talking about not a good receiver, but a great receiver. A great receiver can help you in ways without even touching the ball, just by running certain routes or doing certain things or going in motion, drawing so much attention. So I get your point, though, but I would say Dez, because at this time, I'm not talking about their entire body of work, because Dez is still a young player. But at this time, I think that Dez might be one of the top 5 most dominant players in this entire game. Like, he's that good. But you think that Terrell Suggs is the biggest?
I think he's top 5 at his position. I don't know about, and I think he's better at his position than Terrell Suggs.
I might be drawing saying top 5, but I'm talking about in terms of like in total like impact player, not even top 5 best player. I wouldn't say that. I'm drawing a little bit by saying that. But in terms of just like an impact, and he's an explosive player, and he draws so much attention. But there's injuries all across the league. What do you think about the Deshaun Jackson injury, or it just doesn't matter because they're Washington football team?
I'm gonna be honest and real, and I know we're gonna get he's hating. Deshaun Jackson. If you look at their receiving core, this is the thing that I love about DC is they are talent wasters. If you look on that roster at their receiving core, dude don't even matter. Andre Roberts is a baller. Number 88, the Haitian Jack is a baller. Jordan Reed is a baller. The dude, he goes deep, and when he goes deep, it's pretty, and when he catches it, it's pretty, but they have other people that can do that. So I think they can. He can take his time and come back. Andre Roberts is fast.
You think they might be better off without him?
No, I ain't gonna say that.
Zopound does have talent, though. I give Zopound that. He got talent.
Zopound gets it in with the voodoo, my man. He puts the voodoo on the field,
Hey, Fred, let me get your opinion on this. In terms of just looking at, say, Dez Bryant and Terrell Suggs, right? Who do you think's impact will be missed the most?
I would say Dez Bryant, simply for the fact that they don't have anyone else that can command that kind of attention.
There's not too many more people in the league that can command that kind of attention.
Dez Bryant he completely changes how you roll your coverages. I mean, Terrence Williams is a good player. Don't get me wrong. Jason Witten is a good player, even in his older age. But Tony Romo is no. Tony Romo's a trouble because that affects not only your running game, because we're going to stack the box, and we're going to say, if you're going to beat us, you're not going to beat us with the running game now.
That's kind of what I just said when you were here. I said the same thing. When you're a great receiver, your impact can be felt without you touching.
You wanted to hear Junior? You wanted to hear Junior repeat your words or something?
No, he wasn't here.
Throwing rocks, man.
When you watch Fred, when you watch this back, we actually agreed when you weren't here. You know what I mean? The thing about it is, Austin, if Fred would have heard what I said, he probably would have changed his opinion just to be a hater anyway. But those are some of the big stories from Week 1, man. We got to get some. We got to pick some games, man. Well, by the time they see this, the game will be over.
I got the games.
No, I'm saying the Broncos and Chiefs, right? I'm gonna keep it a beat. Everybody know I'm Broncos gang all day. I'm picking the Chiefs to win this game. I'm going to root for my Broncos like crazy.
Upset.
The fact of the matter is, a short week of going up to would you consider that an upset though? Going to Arrowhead?
No, not going to Arrowhead, but simply because they still are the Broncos. They are the division winners.
If they don't do it this year, Jimmy, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a bit of a stat guy, so I'll say this. Teams that go 0-1, they have a 75% chance of not making the playoffs. Teams that go 1-0 to start the season, they have a 50% chance of making the playoffs.
And I'm gonna give you some stats because you just said it's an upset, but the Chiefs are actually favorites in the game.
Yes, they're favored by 3. Yes,
I would like to know. I would like to know how many deflated balls times Brady starts lead to.
All right, but anyway, I'm taking the Chiefs. Fred, who you taking?
I'm going with the Chiefs. I actually think they're gonna cover the spread and some. I think this might be a 10-point game. I'm
going with Peyton Manning because y'all are disrespectful. Jimmy's disrespectful historically, and Fred, you probably disrespectful because he's old. So I'm going with the Denver Peyton Mannings, man. I still believe.
All right. Here's another
Demaryius Thomas, by the way.
Weak ass arm.
By the way, Demaryius Thomas is doubtful, so good luck with that.
Yeah. Anyway, real quick though, we have another game.
Team.
We gotta talk about this though. We have Dylan Roof's favorite team. Tom Brady and the Patriots are playing at the Bills. B. Austin, who you got?
I'm going with the Patriots just based simply off the fact.
So you're voting for Trump? Really?
Donald Trump. Yeah, I'm going strictly Donald Trump on this.
Strictly for the Trumps. Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the young black man Tyrod Taylor, with the cliche name Tyrod, is able to show us some magic, because that Bills defense is mean. That Bills defense.
That defense has always been. You just have Rex Ryan orchestrating things, by the way.
Yo, that defense is mean. Ronald Darby gonna have fun because
Ronald Darby had fun at Florida State. Now he's having fun in the NFL.
They're gonna let him play, but I'm not gonna pick against Donald Trump yet. So I'm gonna say Donald Trump.
Do I really have to give my pick for this?
I don't even want to. Yeah, you got to have
Brady. I trust.
Yo, who would
let me
you
get
pick
real
against?
close. Let me get real close.
In Trump, you trust the Tea Party. You in the Tea Party.
Listen, though,
I trust.
In my opinion, I'm going to go with the Patriots. The one thing I do want to give a shout out to the Bills. A shout out to Tobias, who calls our podcast all the time. He's also on our War Room Sports TV, but he had a good point. How teams take the personality of their coach. The Bills are already nasty, but they've definitely got that nastiness that the Jets had when he first got there. So
the difference is they actually may have a quarterback. That's the only. The Jets and the Bills are the same exact team. They have receivers. They have running backs. They have a secondary. They may have a tight end. They have a tight end actually.
Mm-hmm. They have a tight end.
John Clay is actually good. But Tyrod.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. So but they're
not good enough to beat Brady and company.
If they put it like this, though, I agree with B. Austin. I'm taking the Patriots, but if the Bills won it, I wouldn't really be completely shocked. Let's just say that.
They're on the home team, so.
Next game is the Chargers at the Bengals. I'm taking the home team. I'm going with the Bengals in that game. Fred, who you got?
I'm going with the Bengals. West Coast teams traveling east at a 1 o'clock start is always bad. It's always bad. Always bad. Give me the Bengals. They showed up pretty well against the Raiders, and AJ Green's just good. He wants to be paid. So
you gotta pay him.
Oh, my bad, Phillip Rivers, because I believe in you. I do, but I'm going chalk. I'm going chalk. I'm going with the Tigers, the Cincinnati Tigers, and hopefully, we'll see a good game.
No doubt. We got 2 more games to get to, Fred. I'm gonna start with you in this game, and this is the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playing in Philadelphia. Cowboys at Eagles. Actually, no. Is that Eagles are in Dallas, or is Let me see that. Because I'm looking here on one side, and it says that but I could have swore the Eagles didn't have a home game this early. Anyway, it's the Cowboys and Eagles. Who you got, Fred?
I'm going to go with the Eagles. It's a short week, and I don't like a short week at any point. But and actually it is in Philly. So, yeah, I'll take the home team.
It's in Philly, okay.
It's in Philly, so give me the home team. Short week, I know, but a Dez Bryantless Cowboys team, they haven't figured out how to do that yet, and they still can't run the football. So good luck with that.
I know the Eagles have a point in this season, and I think it's after this game, where they don't come home for a while. So, but they are at home. You are right about that. I'm going with the Eagles to bounce back and get the W. So, B. Austin, I don't even know if I have to ask you. You got the hat up there.
Yo, for the pride of your life, man. For just spray tan, man. Come on, man. Come on. That's your old gave up on you. Come on.
All right, now here's my last game of the week. I'll go first with this one. It's the Seahawks and Packers, and they are playing in Green Bay. Now, I did pick the Seahawks to go to the bowl. The only team I could see possibly stopping that is this Packers team, and I'm picking the Packers, which means the Seahawks will start off with 0-2. Kind of crazy, right? But
in a division that's a lot better than we thought.
Yeah, absolutely. But I tell you one thing, man. Watching that game last week, Aaron Rodgers is just special, man. I watched the game, and I'm just like shaking my head, like.
Any receiver, he's gotten to that point where any receiver you can.
It don't even matter. It doesn't matter.
It's that Brady kind of situation where it doesn't matter who you bring in.
He immediately improved James Jones's life. James Jones was on the way to bagging up. Like, he was bagging up. Whatever you want to bag up, groceries, trees,
and the Giants.
crap,
so now
whatever.
It's like, okay, I'm good now. I go from
all I'm going to say is, Aaron Rodgers, 2 things I want to say. Aaron Rodgers is already better than Brett Favre. And, he's what I like to call, he's just dumb nice. He's dumb nice. So I'm taking the Packers at home just because of that. Fred Purdue, who you got? Seahawks or Packers?
I'm gonna pull a B. Austin. I'm going with the Seahawks. The Seahawks got too much pride for this, man. I think that this running attack, they're gonna go ahead and run the football and kind of shorten the game, keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. They're gonna try to, I guess, they're gonna try to find a way to not pay Cam Chancellor, but make things in the back end work out a little better. I don't know if that's gonna work long term. They're gonna have to pay Cam Chancellor, plain and simple. Aaron Rodgers comes up just short, 21-20.
Yo, Cam Chancellor, in the words of Ray Lewis, man, he letting his brothers down, man. He left his brothers out there by themselves, man. So
for the guy that's the leader of the defense, by the way, I mean emotionally, just as a leader calling the plays on defense and everything, he's the guy that he makes everything go. Not everyone sees Richard Sherman as being the vocal guy, but it's really Cam Chancellor.
Nah, everybody that knows football for real knows that it's either Cam or Earl making the calls.
Yeah.
I'm going with Green Bay. I'm going with Green Bay. I think that, Sierra is definitely on Russell's mind, and that plays into the offensive productivity. I think Cam, they're not gonna play Cam because Cam is holding out, trying to get some money. I think it's ripe. It's a ripe situation for Green Bay to exploit early in the season, and I think we're going to see the world champs no, they weren't the world champs because Russell threw that interception. We're going to see them up against the ropes a little bit. We're going to see the Sea Chickens up against the ropes. So I'm going with my man Meadowlark Lemon. Yo, have y'all ever noticed that Aaron Rodgers will come to the line and he'll read the defense, he'll look around, he'll see something, and he'll laugh at it or he'll smirk at it?
Yeah,
he's a bad man. I mean,
he does that.
He has
he'll laugh at you.
Abilities, man. He knows what he's doing before you do it.
No, he's the best quarterback in the league. He's definitely the best quarterback. But I watched him play. But it's funny because I said beginning of actually 2 years ago I said he was the best quarterback in the league. But
you weren't right then, but you're right now.
No, I was right then too.
No, I did too, Jimmy, and I believe.
No, but my point is this though. Here's my point. I get more impressed every time I watch him play. Like he's dumb nice, man. So anyway, with that being said, man, I got the Seahawks going on too. Listen, we got to come back here next week and pick some more games after we see what happens in week 2, man. It's an interesting week. I'm just so happy that football's back, guys. I don't know about you, but it's exciting, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm actually watching some Clemson Louisville as we speak, and it's a nice primer to the real deal.
Yeah, college football corny.
I wouldn't say that, but Fred about to go off now.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with that.
Anyway, listen. For those out there watching, don't forget to comment. You subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to the audio version, salute to you. If you're watching the video version, we do have this in audio. You can find it on our SoundCloud page. You can also find it on the War Room Sports mobile app or on iTunes. All of our webcasts will be put on our iTunes as well. So everything that we do, basically, you go to warroomsports.com. And you can keep up with everything that we do, man. We're putting
ladies, anything that I do, you can at me down below right there. Just at me, and I can give you that fatherly advice, that brotherly love, and teach you about sports. Don't accept mediocrity. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, all I want to say, man, and before we get out of here, man, special shout out to our brother Dev, man. He just brought twins into the world, so I want to give him a special shout out.
Congratulations.
Shout out to him and his wife. Yeah, no doubt. But it's time for us to get out of here, man.
Operation, don't forget, man. You forgot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Operation Keep Them Off the Pole starts immediately.
Keep 'em off the pole.
So anyway, man, it's time for us to get out of here. As we always say, don't accept mediocrity. Be steadfast in the war against ignorance, and we'll see you chumps on top.
I'm invoking my claws.
We will holler.
I'm invoking my claws.
It's the War Room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.